Hello students, this is our 10th lecture of material science and third lecture of unit second of material science. So in this we will discuss about the crystal growth and equilibrium of the crystal growth. How the grain structure develops during the process of solidification is most important point as it directly influences the mechanical properties. A casting for engineering application must be produced with a appropriate grain structure that is free from any heterogeneities, inclusion and structure details. When a pure liquid metal is poured in a mold, the temperature of liquid adjacent to mold wall quickly falls below freezing point, and many solid nuclei form and each grow rapidly to form a grain boundary on meeting its neighbor. Due to large number of nuclei, equiaxed fine grain structure or chill structure is formed quickly near the mold wall. The innermost chill crystals then grow into the liquid as it cools to its freezing point, giving rise to long columnar crystal. Columnar growth continues until opposite sides of columnar crystal meet. If there is no nucleation in the center of liquid, however, if nucleation occurs in the center also, then coarse equiaxed crystals will be formed at the center, meeting columnar crystal originated from chill crystal near the mold wall. It may be noted that the columnar growth occurs with pure metals. In the case of alloys having wider freezing range, the columnar growth will be less as chances of nucleation occurs in the center. Any non-metallic inclusion are pushed along by the advancing front of columnar growth and form a pronounced line of weakness when they eventually meet. Such cases in which solid grains develop by degree of supercooling only and there is no other interval or internal or external sources of stable solid nuclei are called homogeneous nucleation. If suitable stable nuclei like seed crystal or tiny particle of other alloys are present to the initiate grain growth, it is known as heterogeneous nucleation. In the case of single phase alloys or pure metals, one crystal grow from each nuclei particle to give a fine equiaxed crystal structure. In the case of alloys, it is described that some composition of maintained throughout the mass of casting to have the required physical and mechanical properties uniformly. However, segregation, that is variation of alloys composition, occurs due to several different mechanisms operating during solidification of casting. Gravity segregation occurs due to the density difference. Microsegregation occurs across individual grain within a casting. So this is about the casting and the grain growth. how the grain is growth according to the distance traveled from the wall of the cavity. In this, so we start the next topic. Common components of phase diagram are line of equilibrium or phase boundaries, which refer to the line that mark condition under which multiple phases can coexist at equilibrium. Transition occurs along the line of equilibrium. Metastable phases are not shown in phase diagram, as despite their common occurrence, they are not equilibrium phase. Now we will study about triple point. Triple point is the basic property of any material. It is a point where all the three states, liquid, solid and gas of any material exist. At the triple point, we calculate the pressure, temperature and other properties of the material exist. So we will start about studying triple point. Triple points are points on phase diagram where lines of equilibrium intersect. Triple points mark conditions at which three different phases can coexist. For example, the water phase diagram has a triple point corresponding to the single temperature and pressure at which solid, liquid and gaseous water can coexist in a stable equilibrium. That's minus 273.16 K and partial vapor pressure is 661.675 Pascal. The solidus is the temperature below which a substance is stable in the solid state. The liquidus is a temperature above which the substance is stable in a liquid state. There may be a gap between solidus and liquidus. Within the gap, the substance consists of mixture of crystal and liquid, like slurry. Working fluids are often Working fluids are often categorized on the basis of shape of their phase diagram. The simplest phase diagram are pressure temperature diagram of a single simple substance such as water that correspond to the pressure and temperature. The phase diagram shows in pressure temperature space the line of equilibrium or phase boundaries between the three phases of solid, liquid and gas. The curves on the phase diagram shows the points where the free energy and the other derivative properties becomes non-analytical. Their derivatives with respect to the coordinates temperature and pressure in the example change discontinuously abruptly. For example, the heat capacity of a container filled with ice will change abruptly as the container is heated past the melting point. The open space where the free energy and analytic correspond to single phase region. Single phase region are separated by lines of non-analytic behavior where phase transitions occurs which are called phase boundaries. In the diagram on the right, the phase boundary between liquid and the gas does not continue indefinitely. Instead, it terminates at a point on the phase diagram called the critical point. This reflects the fact that at extremely high temperature and pressure, the liquid and gaseous phase become indistinguishable in what is known as the supercritical fluid. In water, the critical point occurs around Tc is equal to 647 Kelvin The existence of the liquid gas critical point reveals a slight ambiguity in labeling the single phase region when going from the liquid to the gaseous phase. One usually crosses the phase boundary, but is it possible to choose a path that never crosses the boundary by going the right of the critical point? Thus, the liquid and gaseous phases can be blend continuously into each other. The solid liquid phase boundary can only end in a critical point if the solid and liquid phases have the same symmetry group. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. Thank you.